Okay, guys, I said I wouldn't do any more movie reviews, and here I am the very next day doing a movie review. So, I don't know, I couldn't help it though. I watched this movie last night, and I just had to, and I don't really want to stop. I kind of like doing these, but we'll see. So, it's episode 132. Did I say that? We're doing the movie Goodnight, Mommy. And we're doing the, I guess, American one from 2022. It is a remake of Goodnight Mommy 2014, and I believe the language was in German. And you can watch it on Tubi. You can watch the 2014 one on Tubi, but I don't think it's in English. So I don't know. I watched obviously through Amazon Prime because that's who made the remake. Thunder. We're about to get hit with a storm, boy. Okay, so oh, in Florida, anybody watching from Florida, our hearts and prayers are with you, by the way, because I know that you guys are supposed to be getting hit with a much bigger storm. So alright, so Goodnight Mommy was from 2022. It's 1 hour and 32 minutes. And this is only about the 2022 one. Like I said, I don't speak. And I believe it was in German. I didn't turn it on, but I do not speak that language. So I haven't checked it out. I might. I don't really know what I'm going to do. But this movie was crazy. It's a psychological horror. And I heard that the 2000, just from reading about it, that the 2014 one was like, well, it had a better rating, not like less than 10%, but it did have a better rating, and it said that it was a lot like more like creepier and harsher. I thought this one was already a little bit rough at times anyway, but I don't know. So yeah, that one is, I heard something that, like, this is not a movie for children at all in any way. And then I heard that this one, the other one, is even more brutal. So Google has 70%, and they have it strange, and they have gritty and psychological. Boy, is it psychological, let me tell you. That's correct. Alright, so this is what the movie's about. A father who you see in one scene, it's only in the beginning when he's dropping off the kids. A father, so I'm assuming they're divorced, and I believe the mother was in the movie an actress, which would explain some things I'll get into. So the father brings his twins and their young children home to the mother after she had a surgical procedure done to her face, and it's covered with bandages and gauze, and so you can see her eyes and like the bottom of her nose, her mouth, and her hair's tied back like that, short, and just in a band, and then the whole thing goes over her head, like covering the whole head, back, front, everything, and then the rest of her body just regular, mostly in robes though, which was also weird, but I kind of get it after seeing the movie. So she seems cold and distant, and not right to the twins. They soon think she is not really their mother. And, so this movie is, a little tough to watch. It's actually really sad, and, especially the ending. And an event happened before the movie in the barn, and she specifically says don't go in the barn, and one of the twins goes in the barn and he sees blood stains on the up top part of the attic of the barn, and then like almost like a memorial of their stuff. And so she finds out, and she says, no more in the barn, don't ever go in my room, and I think her office, but that's not really in there. So and then he finds like the picture that he drew for her, torn up. She's like, she doesn't want to like sit with him and spend time with him. She's just on the phone acting funny, like all sorts of things. So I don't want to give away too much. So clearly things are not right. Let me think. Okay, I came up with an idea. What I'm gonna do is leave it there. That's the end of what the movie's about, and I'm gonna give you the warnings. And then what I'm gonna do is something I've never done before, but I'm gonna warn you guys, and I'm going to give away all spoilers and basically ruin the movie. So only watch that part if you've already watched the movie, or if you don't want to watch it, you just want to find out what happened or whatever. So because there's really no other way of doing this review without giving away anything else. So that's the movie. The mother's played by Naomi Watts. So we have a famous actress there. Elias is played by Cameron Crovetti, and his brother Lucas, twin, is played by Nicholas Crovetti. And yes, in real life, they are twin brothers. The father's played by Peter Herman, but like I said, he's seen for one quick scene and that's it. And then there's like, I think 2 police officers, and that might be the full cast of the movie. But it's really all about the mother. And the reason why I'm not saying a name is because she doesn't have a name. She's just referred to as mother. And the same with the dad. And the twins are also the major part of the movie. So it's just the mom and the 2 kids. That's the whole like main cast. And yeah, like I said, they're both actors and twins in real life, and they played twins in the movie. So that was kind of cool. Oh, identical twins. All right, oh my god, I'm going into way too long. Let's do the warnings. This is so tough because it's such a, like, there's such a controversial, like, I don't know, there's just a lot to talk about with this movie. I actually had to look it all up. So, dog and cat, no. Bug, I cannot remember. I'm gonna go with no, but I have this bad feeling that there was. I don't know. Drugs, gonna go with no. Excessive gore, no. Violence and death, yes. Clowns, no. Vomit, yes. The child, one of the twins, vomits pretty bad at the end, and it is shown, and it's gross. It's out in the field, if you want a warning to not look or whatever, I don't know. Okay, so, I lost my spot. Blood, yes, it's all over the, barn. Gross scenes, no, not really. It's really more of psychological, definitely not slasher. Hospital, no. Mental institution, no. Do they need it? Suicide, no. Shaky cam, no. Abortion, no. Rape, no. Sexual content, no. Nudity, no. And I'm gonna go with 3 stars. 1, 2, 3. Alright. I think that pretty much wraps up the thing. The only other thing I'm gonna say before I tell you guys to stop watching is that she, the reason why her face is in bandages is most likely because it's a age beauty thing, because like I said, in the movie she plays an actress, and they do get that done, and they need that because the kids, don't recognize her, but it's also because of the bandages and because of her eye color, which is later on explained, and I'm not going to get into that. Okay, so let's stop it there. So anybody watching, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. For those of you that are okay with me doing a complete spoiler, and this is the controversial type ending, so again, hit pause now or stop if you don't want to hear this. Okay, so the truth is, it is his mom, and the truth is his brother's dead, and the entire time he is not really, the twin's not there. It's just the one brother, and he just sees his twin. He shot his twin in the barn, and that's where all the blood came from. The mom is cold and distant because she's having trouble coping with the loss of her child and the fact that her other child's responsible for it. And her eye color is just contacts. She uses them for work because, like I said, she plays like a model actress, whatever. So she keeps them in her purse. And when she takes her bandages off, she has the same face. It's basically just like a beauty thing. It was just to keep it younger. She does, take off her bandages. She's like, in the beginning is almost like torturing the kid a little bit, and then in the middle the kid's like torturing the mom a little bit, and it's just back and forth, and you're stuck in this like make-believe land because here you're seeing the twin not realizing that he was shot and killed, and that the other twin is just imagining it and doesn't want to cope and doesn't realize that this really happened. He shot and killed his brother, and his mom's trying to get him to deal with it, and that's why all these things, when he brings them up as if he's there, that's why the mom is always freaking out and everything. So the mom's actually not a bad person and not a fake person. So it's finally like kind of revealed at the end, and a lot of this is not even really said. This is all psychological, and it's all like you got to put it together. And also, if you read about it, it's interesting too, because the other version from 2014 was a little bit different. It was the same concept, but the ending of that one had it where him and his twin never came to realize that it was the mom. The twin was dead in that one too, but so they ended up burning her and the house down to kill her at the end, thinking that she was not really his mom. And supposedly it was much more evil and creepy than I thought even this version was. So for this one, the ending is she brings him to, he's finally like, he had her, handcuffed to the bed and everything. He finally lets her loose and accepts that it's his mom, his real mom. And she says, and she's acting nicer now, and she's like, you have to face this. And she's like, you have to go out to the barn. So, they go out to the barn, and she brings them up to the attic part and shows them where he shot him, and shows them the blood, and is like, you have to come to terms with this. You have to accept that he is gone. He is dead. You killed him, but not in those words at all are said. I'm just explaining it. So he reacts once again in a negative way and pushes her, and enough so that she falls over the balcony of the attic in the barn, right where her son was killed, the twin. She falls to the ground. He then runs down the stairs, looks at her, runs past her. She was holding a light with that was flammable. There's hay everywhere. He runs out of the barn, and that's when he vomits. She goes up in flames with the barn and with the crime scene, basically, of the other child. And that's how that ends. And then he all of a sudden looks up and he sees his mom and his brother, and they're like, come here, and she holds them and everything's okay. Once again, that part, very ending, was not true. It's in his mind. The mom did die in that fire that he caused, and he did kill his brother. So that was the whole story. That's how it really went down. And I just wanted to explain it because when I watched it, there were some things that I thought were a little questionable, but I get it now, obviously. And I hope that nobody watched this if they're gonna watch it from the beginning and you haven't seen it, because like that just probably ruined it for you. But it's definitely a good movie, definitely worth checking out, definitely very psychological, get you thinking. It's so creepy, and yeah, I recommend it though. I definitely recommend it. I wouldn't watch it again only because it's just not the type movie that you want to keep watching unless you're like, I don't know, into that. But I don't know, check out the movie. Let me know what you think of this review. Let me know if you want to start seeing more of reviews with endings, because I can do that. I just always choose not to, but I can say hit pause and I can go into it more. So let me know. Comment below if you do want that. Otherwise, I'll get you on the next one.